The air at Misawa Air Base was thick with anticipation on a cold January morning in 2026. The sun rose over a crowd of U.S. Air Force personnel, Japanese officers and journalists, all waiting for history to land. Suddenly, a powerful roar filled the sky as two F-35A Lightning II jets appeared, their angular forms cutting through the dawn. These were not just new aircraft, they were a declaration of a new era. As the jets touched down, applause erupted. The pilots, faces hidden behind advanced helmets, taxied to their spots. This was a changing of the guard. The F-35As were here to replace the venerable F-16s that had served for decades. The world had changed, and so had the threats. The F-35A's arrival was a direct response to that new reality. Pilots climbed down to handshakes and formal welcomes, US and Japanese flags fluttering side by side. This event was more than ceremony. It was a message of commitment, strength, and technological superiority. For the 35th Einstein, for the 35th Fighter Wing, it marked the start of a challenging new chapter. The Lightning had arrived, ushering in a new era for security in the Indo-Pacific. The significance was clear to all. These jets represented a leap in capability. Their presence was a visual reminder of the deep US-Japan alliance. The arrival was carefully choreographed to send a message across the region. The future had landed at Misawa. The base, once home to F-16s, now stood at the forefront of military aviation. The Indo-Pacific security landscape was about to change. The F-35A's arrival was more than an equipment swap. It was a statement of American resolve, placing the world's most advanced fighter on the front lines, signals to allies and adversaries alike that the US is bringing its best. The Indo-Pacific is a region of shifting power and modernizing militaries. Deploying the F-35A draws a clear line in the sand. Its stealth and sensor fusion are designed to counter the sophisticated air defenses of China and Russia. The move is a strategic calculation to deter aggression and maintain a decisive edge. The event also symbolized the US-Japan alliance, with Japanese officers standing alongside Americans. Japan is not just a host, but a major F-35 operator, deepening military interoperability. The F-35A becomes a common language of air power, strengthening the alliance's foundation. For the international media, the message was clear: this was a geopolitical shift. Allies like South Korea and Australia saw reassurance. Rivals like North Korea and China took notice. The F-35As on the tarmac were more than machines. They were symbols of power and partnership. This deployment would reshape Asia's security landscape for years to come. The world was watching, and the message was unmistakable. The future of air power had arrived in Japan. Replacing the F-16 with the F-35A isn't about the F-16's shortcomings, it's about meeting new threats. The F-16 served with distinction, but today's battlefield is defined by advanced missiles and integrated air defenses. In this environment, the F-16's lack of stealth makes it vulnerable. The F-35A, a fifth-generation fighter, was built for these contested spaces. Its stealth allows it to evade detection and strike with surprise. Beyond stealth, its sensors and data links give pilots a 360-degree view of the battle space. The F-35A is a flying information hub, able to gather intelligence and direct other assets. This upgrade is about giving pilots the tools to succeed and come home safely. The Indo-Pacific's threats are real and growing: North Korea's missiles, China's anti-access strategies. Deploying the F-35A to Misawa ensures US forces are ready for the toughest missions. It's a necessary evolution for 21st century security. Misawa Air Base sits at a strategic crossroads in northern Japan, perfectly positioned to respond to crises across Northeast Asia. Its proximity to the Korean Peninsula, the Russian Far East, and contested islands makes it a vital outpost. For decades, Misawa has been a bastion of American air power and a hub for intelligence and reconnaissance. US and Japanese units train together daily, building trust for combined operations. The arrival of the F-35A amplifies Misawa's importance, extending its reach and power projection. Now, Misawa is not just a defensive outpost, it's a forward-deployed platform ready to respond with speed and lethality. The base hosts a variety of US military assets, making it a critical node in the Indo-Pacific network. Information from F-35A missions can be shared instantly with US Navy ships and command centers across the Pacific. Misawa ensures the US and its allies can see, understand, and act across the region. The base's role is more crucial than ever. With the F-35A, Misawa stands at the tip of the spear. It's a linchpin for regional security. Comparing the F-16 to the F-35A is like comparing a classic muscle car to a cutting-edge electric supercar. The F-16, agile and proven, was the gold standard for decades. The F-35A, however, is a paradigm shift, a fifth-generation fighter built for stealth and information dominance. Its shape and coatings make it nearly invisible to radar, allowing it to strike undetected. Inside, sensor fusion gives pilots a single intuitive picture of the battlefield, projected onto their helmet visor. This leap in situational awareness is as important as stealth. F-35A pilots know more about their environment than any adversary, making faster, better decisions. They can avoid threats, engage targets, and share information with other aircraft. The F-16 is formidable, but the F-35A is a network-enabled, stealthy command center. It redefines what a fighter jet can do. The generational leap is clear. The F-35A changes the rules of air combat. The future of air power is here. The F-35A's deployment to Japan is a cornerstone of U.S. Indo-Pacific strategy. For allies, it's a visible guarantee of American commitment, backed by the most advanced hardware. For adversaries like China and North Korea, it's a message of deterrence. China's military buildup is challenged by the F-35A's ability to penetrate defenses. North Korea's air defense network is vulnerable to the F-35A's stealth. The presence of these jets complicates adversaries' calculations and raises the cost of aggression. This is part of a broader U.S. posture: more naval patrols, joint exercises, and investments in precision weapons. The F-35A is the leading edge of this effort. It helps maintain a favorable balance of power in the region. The goal: a free, open, and peaceful Indo-Pacific. The message is clear: America is here to stay. The arrival of U.S. F-35As in Japan shifts the strategic calculus for all major players. For Japan, it's a major boost: deeper integration and training with U.S. pilots flying the same advanced jets. South Korea, also an F-35 operator, gains a common platform for trilateral cooperation. Australia sees the deployment as strengthening the Allied network. China, meanwhile, views the growing F-35 presence with concern, spurring its own military modernization. The proliferation of fifth-generation aircraft raises the stakes and compresses decision-making timelines. While deterrence is strengthened, the risk of escalation grows. Robust communication and crisis management are now more important than ever. The F-35 changes the dynamics of security in Asia. The region must adapt to this new, high-tech era. As the U.S. brings in F-35As, the question arises: what happens to the F-16s? Many are well-maintained and still potent, perfect for allies like the Philippines. The Philippine Air Force, lacking true multi-role fighters, could leap forward by acquiring ex-U.S. F-16s. This would enhance their ability to patrol maritime territory and assert sovereignty in the South China Sea. For the U.S., transferring F-16s strengthens a key ally and improves regional interoperability. Philippine pilots flying F-16s can train more effectively with U.S. and allied forces. It's a cost-effective way to bolster the alliance network. The F-35A's arrival in Japan creates cascading benefits across the region. This is smart statecraft, turning a logistical move into a strategic gain. The U.S. would be making a strategic investment in regional stability. The ripple effects of modernization reach far beyond Japan. On the ground in Misawa, the F-35A's arrival brings mixed feelings. Some residents worry about increased noise and safety risks from the new jets. Community groups demand transparency and robust safety measures. U.S. and Japanese officials have responded with outreach, town halls, and data on noise mitigation. Many in Misawa support the base, recognizing its economic and strategic value. The base provides jobs and supports local businesses. For many, the F-35A's arrival is a source of pride and a sign of alliance strength. Balancing national security with community concerns is an ongoing challenge. The story of Misawa is one of partnership, adaptation, and shared purpose. The F-35A's touchdown at Misawa marks a pivotal moment for Asian security. It signals the arrival of fifth-generation air power and a new era of strategic competition. The U.S. reaffirms its commitment to a credible, technologically superior presence in the Indo-Pacific. The F-35A strengthens alliances and deters aggression, making the cost of conflict unacceptably high. This deployment will spur adversaries to modernize, fueling a technological race. It also creates opportunities like transferring F-16s to partners such as the Philippines. Decisions made in northern Japan now ripple across the region. The F-35A's arrival is about adapting to a new era and ensuring allies have the tools to succeed. The challenge is to manage this new reality with wisdom and commitment. The Lightning has landed, and Asia's security landscape is forever changed.